Hello pirates, I am Captain Cash the Stampede, and today we are going to go over a few more very basic tips for pirates playing Skull and Bones. These will be for pirates just starting out, but if you are watching this as a seasoned or veteran pirate, please pass this along to any pirate crew you think that may find it helpful. First up on the list are restoration kits. Now, you've likely seen these quite a bit. They are available at any of our main outposts, St. Anne and Talak Pinjara, but you can also pick them up off of ships that you sink while you're wandering around the world. But if you take a look at these, they may trick you into what they're actually used for. Now, if you inspect a restoration kit, your eyes may automatically go to the green lettering that you see under the words restoration kit. This says mending kit. Initially, when I first started playing the game, I thought that a mending kit referred to a kit that repaired severe damage. Severe damage, if you aren't aware of this is the red section of health that can build up towards the right side of your health bar while you're taking damage. This is unrepairable damage that you cannot fix unless you go back to an outpost and repair from the outpost menu, or if you are lucky enough to have a pirate with repair weapons, they can actually fix any hull damage that you have taken. But if you use a restoration kit, or try to use a restoration kit to fix any severe damage, you may notice that you do not have an option to use it. That is because what these are actually for are fixing or removing status effects. If you inspect that same restoration kit further and look down at the wording, it says right here that it is able to remove status effects like flooding, fire, electricity, taunt, and torn sails. Now, the one you'll see the most often, and the one that is often the most annoying, will be fire damage. When you are set on fire, you start to build up a status called ablaze. Once you are set ablaze, you'll just constantly take damage slowly over time until you remove the status effect. You can let it tick down on its own, but if you use a restoration kit, you can remove that status immediately. Now, another status effect that you don't want to have on you will be flooded or torn sails. Now, torn sails, this one is pretty obvious. You're just going to be disabled completely when your sails are torn. This doesn't do anything like tick damage, but it does stop you from being mobile and pretty much just makes you a sitting target. But flooding damage, this one is the bad one, because once you are flooded, this is when you take on hull damage. This is where you get that unrepairable health that I was just talking about. So, yet again, if you use a restoration kit at this time, this will remove this status. But be warned, you are able to remove these statuses quickly, but this does not make you immune to these statuses for any amount of time. So be sure to use these at the right moment, because you don't want to be disabled or set on fire or flooded or taunted or electrified immediately after you remove the effect. Next, I wanted to talk about the quick access wheel or quick select wheel, whatever you want to call it, because this will be the best location for those restoration kits that we just discussed. Now, I have customized my quick select wheel to have my health and restoration kits here on the left of the wheel, and I have my food and meals right here on the right side of the wheel. To make changes to your quick select wheel, just bring up the quick select wheel first and then look to the right side of it. You should have an option to edit. On PlayStation, it is the triangle button. On Xbox, I believe it is the Y button. But this is where you can add in and remove certain parts of the wheel to your liking. For now, just go for a setup that looks like this, and once you're used to it, change it to something that's a little more your speed. Now, if you're not sure about what types of food or meals you should be making, or which ones are the easiest, click the top right of this video, or just click the link at the end of today's video, and you should find what you need. But if you've decided against making any types of food for your crew, just remember that you are not going to be able to move around at full speed consistently while sailing, because it takes basic food like meat, veggies, or bread to regain stamina. And if you haven't noticed already, stamina can drain very, very quickly when you move around at top speed in this game. And our final tip for the day will be to call in for help using your Spyglass. Now, it does not happen as often as it used to, but every now and then I will see a pirate in the game asking for help, but they use the world chat. You'll just see someone type in all caps, "help me," or something along those lines. And if you're someone that's trying to help them, you may not know exactly where to go. And if you're the one in need, you may not have time to type in exactly where you are. Now, sadly, if you are taking on a few random ships out there on the sea, you may have to retreat. But any bounty, world boss, or event does have an easy way for you to call in for help. Pull out your Spyglass and look directly at the bounty, boss, or event that you're in, and you should see an option to call for help at the bottom of the card that pops up on the screen. This will send out an SOS alert to the entire server, and that will stay active for 5 full minutes. Anyone who wants to help out can use the alert to then fast travel to your location immediately. So do not forget to use this early and often. Seriously, don't think that you're annoying anyone, or don't think that, someone's not going to come help. Sometimes you may not get help. I understand that, and it may shy you away from using it. Trust me, some pirates may just be a little bit busy doing something else when you initially send out that SOS. If that's the case and you notice about 2 to 3 minutes go by, don't let it wait the full minutes. You can pull the Spyglass out again, look right back at the target, and disable the SOS. It does have a cooldown of about 5 or 10 seconds, I forget what it is. But once that time goes by, you can send out the SOS again. Sometimes that second SOS is the one that brings in the help. Sometimes the first one, like I said, everyone may be a little bit busy. But that is going to do it for today. Just a few basic tips for you pirates out there. Like I said at the top of the video, if you are already aware of these, please send this over to a pirate in need. Maybe they could use this information. Or if you happen to have some other very basic tips that you would like to add in, drop them down into the comments. I will be sure to pin it to the top of the comment section if it is something that is extremely useful that I don't want someone to miss out on. But regardless, thank you for coming by. I have been Captain Cash the Stampede. We'll see you out there on the sea.